Welcome back to Cowboys Insider. Ro Parrish here with the punter number 2, Paul Paulescu.
Paulescu. Paul.
I'm just messing it all up on
S-A-Q.
So I'm sorry, man. So that's obviously not the first time that's happened.
Not the first time, and he won't be the last.
So how does that feel? I mean, the punter's not the person that gets talked to on the team all the time. Is that I guess when they do talk to you, it's probably a bad thing, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty shocked right now. I thought I was in trouble when they said, hey, we need an interview. I'm like, oh, you know, what's going on here? What am I doing wrong? But you know what? It's a pleasure to be here, no doubt about it. And, you know, like I said, punters don't get that much recognition, but you know what? It's when you do, you just make the most of it. So
you sure do. Now, your first game here, you know, you had your first punt. You weren't that happy with the punt, I guess, versus Tampa Bay, but you got a slobber knocker hit, and I think everybody else was happy with it. And you kind of, you know, had your head down on the sideline. Let's not talk about the punt, but let's talk about the hit. That was a nice swarm tackle. Well,
I guess going back to high school, because that was the last time I actually played another position, I had a great coach. You know, I played other positions too in high school, but to actually say that I would make a hit like that in the pros, I never would have really thought that, you know. But you just give your best shot, and it happened to be at the right time, and he happened to be at the perfect place, and so did I, and we both hit heads, so it was great.
So when you're in practice, you know, what do you do? I mean, wide receivers catch the ball, quarterbacks throw it, DBs. What does the punter do in practice?
Well, we watch them too, catching the ball. But, you know, I try to work. I mean, there's only so much you can punt, so much you can kick. But I try to work on my technique, you know, do my drops, and, you know, just work on that, the little stuff. You know, I think for punting, punting's technique.
Gotcha.
You don't have to pound 100 balls out there every day to be a good punter. You just got to be smart with that and save your leg. But at the same time, you know, each person's different. They know the amount of work they need to do to get ready for a game. And when you don't punt, then you just focus on your drop. Or sometimes I like to do is, sometimes, you know, you see us just watching practice, but I like to visualize. You know, if the offense is on the 30-yard line, you know, I like to visualize and say, okay, this is 4th down. I'll be standing right there and visualize me punting.
Real quick, background check. Tell the people at home about where you're from and you know, how you got to the Cowboys.
Well, I was born and raised in Southern California, in LA. My parents are Romanian, so my last name, the reason you can't say it, because it's Paulescu. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, my parents are born and raised in Romania, and they came out here. My mom was mid-20s, my dad was early 30s. They met here in California, and they got married. And I'm an only child, actually, which is also kind of rare, because Romanians like to have kids too, a lot of kids. And you know, people ask me, why don't you have any brothers? I don't know. You know, my parents, maybe because I weighed 10, 11 pounds when I was born, so maybe my mom didn't want to deal with that again. But you know, I've just been truly blessed to have great parents, very just strict and very religious. My parents have been awesome. I just couldn't be more thankful for them, and just the values and morals that they have really been evident in my life too because of them, and they're just role models for me. And in high school, I had a great mentor in Jeff Sanchez, and this man said, hey, you know, if you put God first in your life, you know, great things will happen. You know, you'll play Division I, you'll go out there. And I just said, man, come on. I went to a small private school, Whittier Christian High School in Southern California, and you know, athletes don't really come out of there really. You know, it's a small school, and for this man to tell me that I could play Division I laughed my head off first, and then second, I just did what he said. And the first and foremost is put God first in your life, let Him be in control, and you can see that miracles do happen. And for me to be here is truly a huge blessing. And I'm just going to make the most of every opportunity and give it my best. So I'm glad to be here, no doubt about it.
No doubt, he's glad to be here. I'm glad to have him here, Mr. Sam
Paulescu.
Paulescu.
Yeah.
I'm just killing it.
He's working on it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try better. Okay, all right. We'll be right back after this.